Okay, so in English today, we're just going to really be building kind of on our magpie wall and just really looking at two different things. One of which is how we select adjectives to create certain moods in our writing, and the other is using the five senses kind of as a basis of ideas to write our own setting description. There's not like masses of writing involved today. It just requires you to watch some videos and just have a think about what the experience would be like. I was hoping that I was going to be able to watch a video with you, but I'm just going to run out of time on the stream. So the video that you will need is directly underneath this PowerPoint. Hopefully it will all become apparent as we go along. So we're going to do some adjective work and some senses mapping today. So you're going to watch a YouTube video underneath this video, and it shows you what Goan beaches are like. So it's some drone footage of a genuine beach in Goa. There's the link, but it is underneath here. It's about 5 minutes long, and it shows you some real life footage of a place called Palolem Beach, which is a real life beach in Goa. It looks very nice. So pause here, watch that first. So as you can see, it's a really, really beautiful tropical beach. And how did it make you feel? So it made me feel really calm, really happy, really kind of carefree. There was absolutely no negativity. There were no negative feelings in the video or on the beach. So this is the kind of mood that we want to be able to recreate when we come to do our own writing. But we know that beaches can be very different. So maybe even some of the beaches that you've experienced, like this beach here, is at night, there's clearly a storm coming. The mood here is very dark and negative and scary, and we want basically the opposite of that in our own setting description. So as authors, we'll be using our words to create mood when we write our piece about the lovely Goan beach, and we want it to be really happy and really nice because the world's really depressing at the moment, isn't it? Arsenal keep winning. On the next slide, there's a word mat, and it contains many adjectives about beaches and the coast and marine life, but they're all kind of mixed together. So you've got some happy words and you've got some like really negative words. So your job is to choose the adjectives that would be applicable or appropriate to our lovely Goan beach. So which of the following words on the next slide would you use to create a mood of happiness and calm and serenity? So here is your slide here. So obviously this what I can describe thing, all of that is relevant. We can use all of this bit. Your job is to take this column here, your adjectives, and decide which ones of these are happy and calm. So is boundless a happy word? Is it a calm word? Some of them, it's really a matter of judgment. Like isolated, for some people like being on their own, so being isolated would be a good thing. But if you're like me and doesn't really like being on their own, then isolated is quite a negative thing, so I wouldn't add it to my list. And then so you're going to do this column, and you're also going to do this column, which says what can it do, and those are your verbs. So which of those evoke that kind of that feeling of happiness and calmness? So does anchor do that? Well, it's a matter of opinion, isn't it? Anchor could be something weighing you down and not nice, or anchor could be like a nice steadying influence. What about break? Is that a happy word? So it's kind of like what words work for you, basically. So pause here, jot down the words that you think are happy. Obviously, some of them are obvious, like turbulent is not nice. Turbulent means going up and down like this, like that on the sea. That's not a nice feeling, so that's definitely a negative word that we wouldn't want to include. So pause here, jot down those words, and then I will show you the ones that I decided. So these were the ones that I decided. So these were my personal choices. So from column 2, from the adjectives, I liked calm, endless, glassy, golden, secluded, shallow, tidal, tropical, uncharted, and vast. From column 3, I liked curve, drift, flourish, flow, overlook, ride, rise, roll, sail, slope, stretch, stroll, sweep, and wash. So I might be able to magpie some of those ideas in our own writing next week. Okay, the fun doesn't end there today. No, we've got another task. So it would be great if you could go back and watch a video of Goa again. And what we're going to do is create a senses map. So we are going to imagine that we are on this beach in Goa. And what would we hear? What would we see? What would we smell? What would we touch or feel? And what would we taste? So you're going to create a map, which I'm going to show you is on the next slide, with 3 to 5 ideas for each sense. Cool adjectives are a bonus. If you can add those in, great. So your map is going to be like this. Now you can either print this or you can just create your own. It's not like the greatest thing in the world, but it gives you the idea and it splits it nicely. So obviously your story setting is your beach. That goes in the middle. What can you smell? So you're going to write in this box. What do you think you'd be able to smell on this Goan beach? What do you think you might be able to hear? So where you've got that ear, you're going to write in there. And so on. 3 to 5 ideas for each. I've got my own map on the next slide. So if you're feeling confident, go. That's fine. Otherwise, my ideas are on the next slide. But obviously, I don't just want you to copy my ideas, because my opinions and things of what is nice is very different to other people. So I love coconut. I love the taste of it. I love the smell of it. But my sister like literally can't stand it. So in the nice what can you smell thing, mine would be like coconut. But if she was writing this, she would definitely say, oh no, I definitely like coconut wouldn't give me that kind of nice feeling. So these are mine. So things that I thought that I might be able to smell: coconut, maybe like moss from the trees, mono oil. I found that on a bottle of conditioner. I don't even know that I have it in Goa, but I thought it sounded quite nice, so we'll just put it in. It doesn't have to be like completely factually accurate. Vanilla, orchid flowers and pollen. What could I hear? So I think that I would have waves lapping at the shore like a friendly dog. So I've chosen not to use the word break, which would be quite traditional, because I think that's quite a harsh word. So I've chosen another word. Seagulls calling in the distance, the faint mesmerizing hum of a jet ski, because I think we saw some of those in the video. What can you taste? Like salt, sugar, brine. I struggled a bit with that one. What can you touch? Grains of sand, soft as sugar. So I think for my writing, like I really like sugar, like chocolate and things like that. So my theme running through my writing is going to be like sugar, you know, like the sand is like kind of a bit like sugar. The gnarled wood of the palm trees and the palm leaves tickle my ear as I brush past. So maybe that is going to be my opening line, because I quite like that one. And then finally, what I can see, the white crests of the waves, so just the little frothy bits on the top. Cormorant birds on the horizon. I magpied that from yesterday. First of all, I wrote birds and I thought, nah, it's a bit boring. Like I want to describe it a bit more. So I'm like, okay, cormorant is like I think it's like a little stalk thing. I'm not really sure. We can look that up. Like it's just an ideas gathering phase at the moment, and then some colourful beach chats. So there's just some ideas to get you started. Do email them into us. Keep everything, because you're going to need it for when we actually come to write next week. I hope you enjoyed that and you liked the idea of like maybe going to a beach, and I will see you in our next lesson.